Today, let's get into something that, well, it can be really painful. We're talking about being a kind person who, for some reason, constantly feels taken for granted. We're going to break down the psychology behind why this happens, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. I mean, have you ever felt this yourself? You go out of your way for people, you're the one that can always count on, and it almost feels like the kinder you are, the more you get overlooked. Well, you're not imagining it. There's a real reason for that. You're that person, right? The reliable one. The one people call when they're in a jam because you're always willing to lend a hand. And the thing is, you really mean it. It's genuine. You listen, you empathize, you really want the best for people. It's just who you are. And that's the paradox, isn't it? After all that giving, all that caring, you're left feeling invisible, or even worse, like you're just a resource for people to use up. It's so frustrating, and honestly, it can be pretty demoralizing. So, what is going on here? Is there something wrong with you? Let me be really clear. Absolutely not. Psychology actually gives us some incredibly clear answers. It reveals these hidden patterns that explain this exact feeling. We're going to walk through 6 common psychological traps. And thinking of them as traps is so important because these aren't flaws in your character. They're just patterns. Patterns you can learn to spot and, even better, learn to avoid. Okay, first up, the boundary trap. This is for anyone out there who says yes when every single part of you is just screaming no. You do it because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you don't want to seem difficult. We've all been there. But here's the psychological twist. While you think you're just being nice, having no boundaries can send a subconscious signal to other people, a signal that you don't really value your own time or your own energy. See, respect isn't just a reward for kindness. It's earned through self-respect. And boundaries? That's the language of self-respect. Now let's move on to trap number 2, which builds on this idea, the availability trap. This one is rooted in a really basic principle of how our brains work. Just think about it for a second. If diamonds were as common as pebbles, they wouldn't be valuable at all, right? Well, the same thing applies to your time and your support. If you're always there, always available, no questions asked, people's minds just subconsciously start to devalue it because it costs them nothing to get. Next up, we've got the peacekeeper trap. This is that tendency to avoid conflict no matter what. You bite your tongue, you let things slide, all because you just want to keep things running smoothly. And this is where things get tricky, because there's a huge gap between your intention and how it's perceived. Your goal is harmony, but what other people often see is someone who either agrees with what's happening or just doesn't have the guts to speak up. And over time, that can seriously chip away at the respect people have for you. Okay, this 4th one is tough, because it takes one of your absolute greatest strengths, your empathy, and turns it into a real vulnerability. You feel things deeply. You connect with people. That's a superpower. But here's the warning that comes with it. That high emotional intelligence can be like a bright, shining beacon for people who are wired to take, not to give. They are experts at spotting kindness, and they know exactly how to manipulate it. You have to remember, not everyone who smiles at you has your best interests at heart. And that leads us right into the 5th trap, and this one might be the most subtle of all. It's the perception trap. This is where your good nature gets fundamentally misunderstood. This chart just lays it out so perfectly. Look at the left column. These are your positive intentions. You avoid conflict, right? But look how that gets twisted on the right. It's misinterpreted as you having no opinion. You always say yes to be helpful, but they see it as you having no boundaries at all. Your patience and kindness, which are amazing strengths, get seen as an open invitation to be exploited. It's a tough pill to swallow. And finally, we get to the last trap, and this is the one that good people often set for themselves, the self-blame trap. After you've been taken for granted, after you've been treated poorly, where's the first place you look for an explanation? Inward. Ugh, this thought is just so common, isn't it? You replay the whole thing in your head wondering, what did I do wrong? But here's the truth. So often, it's not that you did anything wrong. It's that you simply gave too much of yourself to the wrong person without having the right protections in place. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, we see the traps. Now, what do we do about it? The goal here is not to become less kind. It's not about becoming cold or selfish. It's about protecting that amazing kindness by building the strength to go along with it. So here it is, your path forward. 5 really clear, actionable steps. Number 1, learn to say no. It's a complete sentence. You can be firm and still be kind. 2, set clear boundaries. You need to decide what you're willing to give and where your line is, because your energy isn't infinite. 3, stop over-explaining yourself. No is enough. You don't owe anyone a 5-page essay for protecting your own peace. 4, actively choose self-respect. In every situation, just ask yourself, is this honoring me? And finally, and this one is so important, give where you are valued. Redirect that incredible kindness to the people and places where it will be appreciated and returned. If you take away only one thing, let it be this simple, powerful formula. It's not about kindness or strength. Real, lasting respect comes from combining the two, your natural goodness with the learned skill of setting boundaries. I want this to really sink in. Your goodness is a beautiful, rare thing in this world, but it needs a bodyguard. Protecting yourself, your time, your energy, your peace, that's not selfish. It's absolutely necessary if you want to keep that beautiful goodness from burning out. And really, that's the ultimate question, isn't it? It's a choice you get to make every single day, with every single person you meet. Are you ready to value your own kindness enough to finally protect it?